allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Amen.
And I have one Army military people stand up, please. Retired fire department guys, anybody that was in the service? Thank you. Before we get started, I'd kind of like to apologize to the membership. We've been, well, not messing up, but kind of forgetting to have speakers on the second Thursday of each night. When the virus thing started, we kind of quit speakers. We couldn't find nothing. But then we honestly, we just kind of messed up and forgot. But on next month, we're going to start having speakers on Thursday nights, on membership nights. So, and I do apologize for not having any. Russ? Yeah. The shop manager, he's got to leave, so he's going to be talking first.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my stuff out of the way, I gotta go. The Bible study tonight. How many monitors do we have in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We need to get this out to all the monitors. On the second to the last cut of your stone, and here in the saw room, I want the monitors to check the mounting to make sure everything's right. We have an issue where one of the vices got cut into. So they're either cutting too close, or it could have just been a mechanical error with the bolt, mounting it underneath. So just for that particular case, we want to make sure, just a good check on it, make sure it's going to go the way you want it to. We're having a few issues. I got a couple of saws down. I got parts for a 16 saw in the back. I have a new product that's going to go on number 1 out here on the 14-inch saws. And if anything happens, monitors and everybody, you guys see Tom or somebody in here, or the monitor. We got these on the cork board. John came up with this a couple weeks ago. If there's anything goes wrong with that saw, I'd like you to tell the monitor or write it down and give it to Tom or somebody in here what it's doing, what it's not doing, and he'll put it on this sheet, and I'll be able to know exactly what to look for. You got a lot of people go in here that something goes wrong, they put the thing on it, and they walk away from it. So I would appreciate that. A lot of improvements going on. Let's see, we got a couple grinders on back here. We got to flush the system here because it's backing up in the grinders, especially, just particularly one, but now I just heard about we're going to back up in the sink back here. So I got to get to that. I get down here, I do as much as I can in like 1 or 2 days, and then I just kind of check every other day. If I stick around here too long, I'll be here all morning, straight. So I appreciate you guys keeping an eye on everything, your works and everything, but I really would appreciate you working this for me. And pay attention to all the signs I got in there. When I grease them rails, that means don't wipe the rails down when you clean it. Clean everything else, but not the rails. That way you'll have a smooth for a couple, maybe 3 or 4 days, and I'll get back in here, or the monitor will grease them again. So, and anything that we need back there, make sure you say something to the monitor, or what you think we need. Say something to the monitors or to Tom, and we'll order it. So, that's all I've got. Is there any questions? Okay. Thank you, everybody.
That's one thing. That's one thing we keep looking for is volunteers. We need monitors and people to help with membership. And we honestly, we understand. We, you know, if you can't volunteer, we understand. We don't hold any grudges or call you names behind your back. Nothing. But we, some people do. No, it's what we. This is a club for the membership, and we try and keep the membership content, happy. And if we don't, if anybody ever sees something we're doing wrong, please let us know. We do try and or something that we could do better, but we really do appreciate it if you do let us know. And volunteering, just, you know, if you can, you can. If you can't, that's not a problem. We enjoy your membership. The flag show, I brought in $1,400, and we'd like to thank everybody that worked at the flag show. That was a good show. Tom, the show guy can't be here today, so you got something to...
Yep.
Okay, Linda's gonna take over his.
She has experience.
Hi, I'm Linda. I am a volunteer. I volunteered at the club since 2019 as secretary, and it's a lot of fun. So now I am volunteering for the first time to round up the volunteers. Yay. So there's these sheets up here, but there's also an online sign up through Sign Up Genius. And it's been working really great, and I want to say thank you so much to everybody who's already signed up online through Sign Up Genius. If you're not good with computers and you're here tonight and you find something that looks fun, like doing Ming trees or spinning wheel or selling rocks or helping us set up, then just put your name and phone number on here, and then I'll get you added to the computer. So we do still need a few more volunteers. This is for the spring show, and it's going to be at Mesa Community College. March, we're going to set up on Friday, March 3rd. Thank you, March 3rd. And then the show is going to be March 4th and March 5th from 9 a.m. until
5 on Saturday.
And Sunday is
9 to 4.
I should have moved my lips, right? Volunteering is so much fun, and you get to meet some of the people that you are in the club with, and if you go on field trips with them, so it is a lot of fun, and we sure hope that you guys can come out. You're members of this club. We have a great club, and before you leave tonight, if you haven't signed up already and you want to volunteer for the spring show, then we would really appreciate your help. Oh, one other thing. The Apache Junction Public Library has a display, and the Rock Club has items in the display for this month and next month, so February and March. And I want to thank Vicki. She has donated or loaned so many things from the silversmithing, and they look beautiful in the display. Benny loaned some of his faceted gems that look really pretty. Mitch was so instrumental in helping us with items that we make here at the club. And then Greg has one of his crosses in there that you probably have seen in the club. They're really, really pretty, made out of onyx. So thank you, and if you go to the library, look for the display for the Apache Junction Rock and Roll. All right, thanks guys.
Oh, the hydraulic saw, you guys can't go racing that thing. The lever's got a mark on both sides. You want to keep it there. If it goes too fast, you're going to kill the saw and your rock.
Again, we were supposed to park that car in front of this door so nobody could leave till they signed up. They put it at the wrong gate. The show that we're putting on, that Tom and everybody is putting on, it's one of the money makers for the club. And that's basically when we need the help. It's working like, say, Ming trees. It's what, 2-3 hour shift?
3 hours.
Probably, and the security is Well, it's overnight security, and it's pretty good. He runs a pretty good security, but we really appreciate if you let help at the show. Okay. No. Volunteers and lockers. Tom, you want to talk about lockers?
Yeah, we've got 3 lockers available. I don't know if everyone knows that we have lockers outside that you can rent by the year, $3 per month, but you have to buy it for the whole year. But it saves you from lugging your stuff out of the car, back and forth into the shop, and it's only 3 left. And we've had them already rented for a whole year. So they are popular. The other thing is, other than the lockers, I'll go into a new business, Jerry. Porcelain Jasper, we just bought 1,000 pounds up in Quartzsite. It's an excellent buy. I don't know what the price is up there, but I know it's exorbitant. And for you, it's $3 a pound. I don't know, it's way more than that up there. So for members only, that's a good deal. Okay. That's about all I got, Jerry. That's it, I can't take any more time.
Vicki? Okay, Vicki?
Oh, that's me. Just a quick update about the silversmithing program. We finally have a little bit of positive news. Nothing guaranteed, but the city has finally allowed our application for a permit to go through their portal. It's been sitting in limbo land all this time because there were blanks on the form that we could not fill out because they didn't apply for a container. And when you try to tell the city that, they don't get it. They just say, well, you gotta fill this blank in. Well, we can't because it's a container, you know, it's like. So anyway, they accepted it, it went into the portal, and it should be 6, maybe 7 weeks before we hear. So it's like a woo-woo, woo-woo.
That is exciting.
And then he pulled with the guy upstairs, a little prayer here and there wouldn't hurt either, okay?
Yay.
That's all we got.
Yeah, thank you, Vicki.
I gotta say, Vicki and Terry have been working on this day and night. They've been, since last year, and they've been getting shut down by the city over and over. I mean, no answers, I guess, from the city.
Yeah.
And they've been working on it and trying really hard. So thank you, Vicki. Membership.
I don't have a total for you tonight, but the last time I looked at it, we had over 400 members already. I am stepping down as far as chairperson for membership. April should be picking up that slack, but she works during the winter months with her husband's construction, so she's not here all the time. We have trained in the last year, I have trained in 6 people for this job. And we've got a few people that are gonna stick, but most of them are winter people only, as well as me. So if we could get another person that's here year-round to help April out, you know, training on the computer, I would say just data entry, because she can handle doing the rosters and everything else. I will tell you, we know we're having problems with the emails coming out to people and all kinds of other communications, and you going to the website and it's telling you you're not a member. My computer says yes you are, but all of our computers don't talk to each other, so there's a disconnect with getting the emails. I know your stuff has been sent in because I've personally been there when they've been sent in, and the rosters, they're always checked. If you come up with that problem where you're not getting emails, please go into the onto the Apache Junction website. Go down to like general inquiry or something, there's a little roll up in there, and send a message in there. If it goes to membership, I may be in here once a week, or like Susie or Eric or somebody in here once a week. It's gonna wait until then for you to get something, and then however long it takes to get to communications. We don't deal with the website. We send the information to the webmaster and she takes care of it. So if you go directly to that, skip that in-between person, moi, and go directly to the site. That goes directly to her, and hopefully she can, she checks the roster, makes sure that you're a paid member, and everybody has been, but we continue to have a glitch in the system. This is the first year we've come up with this glitch, other than being missed on a roll or something like that. So I don't know what's happening with MailChimp, because that's who sends out your emails and stuff. So there's been a disconnect. And I will apologize also, because I know Melissa started a new job the first of this year, she was very overwhelmed with it to begin with. She also works for the Renaissance Fair, which is going on right now. So best thing to do is email that directly, because she can sit anywhere and take care of that stuff. That's my best advice on doing it. So hopefully that helps.
We're gonna miss
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
The way to do that, you go to the Contact Us page on the website and then go to General Inquiries. It'll let you put in your name, password, or your name, your email address, and send a message to Melissa all at the same time.
We are looking for a person to kind of do it this summer, membership. So if anybody, volunteering is kind of a fun thing. Two things happen. You either get away from the wife, or wife gets away from you. It's a fun club. If you volunteer for stuff like Linda was saying, that you get to meet different people, and a lot of people go on just rock trips. You get to meet the people that go on rock trips and stuff. So it's a fun thing. Okay. Membership youth program, Wally.
I'm part of the membership committee, and we go to schools and do STEM nights, or STEAM nights also, where we go in and set up a display. Dan has been bringing his fluorescent display, and then I set up a rock display that we talk about, and we pass flyers to people about our next show there, and we have one coming up for sure in 2 weeks. It's verified, so for sure, Dan. 2 weeks from tonight, we're going to be at a school just probably a little over a mile from here called John Philip Sousa, and I think that's all I have.
Wally, do you need help for some of this stuff sometimes?
Sometimes it's good to have another person or two to help talk about rocks, because sometimes we get inundated with people coming.
So again, we'd appreciate if somebody knows anything about rocks, if and then to talk to Dan or Wally or Kim. If you could help, we'd appreciate that again.
Something else with that, if nobody's seen it recently, I want to say in the last month, I've been seeing STEAM and STEM night commercials on television about getting girls into the STEM programs and stuff. This is, they're talking, that becoming astronauts and, yes. And if you didn't notice that Super Bowl, the pilot and co-pilot on the flyover are all women.
Every plane is gonna have women pilots in them.
I'm going home.
All 7.
Yes!
So, I mean, that's something, again, girls didn't think of these years ago and stuff like that. That's why STEM programs and STEAM nights are really good for them, to get them interested in this. And all of those who have put on their little papers that they would like to help with youth activities, this is one of them. So.
And I have to say, we honestly look for more women in the club. We like to have not the women take over, but a say, Give it some advice. Okay. So honestly, we do enjoy more women coming to the club and giving their opinion. And even being on the board. Vicky got on the board, and before it was our guys, and it's nice to have a difference of opinion most of the time. Dan, you're, Kim.
Me?
You, yeah.
Yes. Well, and I too am gonna do something that everybody else has, and I'm gonna ask you for your help. I do appreciate everybody who has already signed up to do the show, the MCC show. I do appreciate that, but what I'm looking for right now is I'm looking for 1, possibly 2 permanent volunteers to help me with hospitality. What that means is, if I am ever not here, if something happens to me, I get sick, whatever, I would like 1 or 2 key people who can handle this horrific task of setting up this whole table for a general meeting. Hours I've slaved on this. So I need some help just in case I can't. So case in point, Flag Show, if some of you may know, was this February. I was going to be a vendor there for the very first time. I was very excited about it. We got through with Friday, and Saturday my appendix went out. And I ended up in emergency surgery the next day. So my booth was there, my inventory was there, my everything was there, and thankfully so was my good friend, Mitch Lee, who did share the booth with me and did take over. I have to give huge kudos to Vicky and to Bernie, who were there looking after my stuff, trying to make sales for me as I was laying in a hospital bed. I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate every text that was sent, every phone call I received, every well wish that I received from everyone in this club. The cards that were signed moved me more than I can tell you. My surgeon came in, my doctors came in, and they said, you have no idea how lucky you are to be here right now. It was that serious. My thing is right now is, while that's fine, I'm luckier to be right here, right now, with all of you.
Aww.
Because I have never felt more like a part of a family than I do with everyone in this room. Because you have warmed my heart, you have helped me in so many ways. I can't even carry my own bag in here now. I have to rely on all these wonderful people at the club to carry my things in and out so I can do some of my own work. So with every person that's lifted a finger to help me or even came up, patted me on the shoulder and said, you're so glad you're back, I do appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. So I give applause to all of you. So thank you very much. So if you would like to be one of my partners in crime and join me in the hostility department, please do so. My boyfriend coined that, I didn't. He must know me pretty well. But if you would like to do that and just help me out, just not even so much doing the stuff, but let's get ideas together, how we can make our vendors happy with our shows, what we can do, easy setups, easy teardowns. So if that's something you think you'd like to do, I would love to talk to you after the meeting, or catch me anytime out here, or call me, send me a text, whatever's good for you. So I appreciate all of you, and I just wanted you to know that. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That's one thing, we try as a committee, the secretary, vice president, that we try and take everybody's opinion. If we appoint you as a committee head, we'd like to, okay, you're in charge. If you need help, holler. If we see you messing up, then we kind of talk to you, but we kind of let you, we try and let you do it on your own. We will try and let you do it on your own, I guess, and move on and better. Thank you, Heather. Dan, Jarvis.
Most of you know that we're right in the middle of our field trip season. In fact, between now and the end of our season, currently there are 16 field trips already scheduled, and I'm working on a couple more still. I brought in a few copies of that schedule for any of you who are new or are not getting your emails. There's not enough of the handouts for everybody. It's just for those that can't get them currently. So grab one if you need it. Just the remainder of this month, there are 4 field trips remaining. This coming Wednesday, we're going into what we call the Oklahoma Mines. That's a rescheduled trip. We then are Following that, we're going to the Superior Perlite Quarry. That was a contest to go there. Those of you who are going have been notified, so if you weren't notified, you know what that means, you're not going. Following that, we're going to an area southeast of Florence on a road called the 96 Ranch Road. We're going to an old ranch out there. That's a brand new location for us. And then the final trip in February is right in Superior at the OMIA Incorporated Calcium Carbonate Processing Plant tour and field trip. That's a big long deal. And there is a contest for that. We're right in the middle of that contest. Any of you who would like to be part of that, there's a little form here on this table. You'll need to write your name, and you have to guess the secret letter of the alphabet. Just an update on the San Carlos Peridot. Many of you have just tonight alone have paid your money and brought your buckets. We have enough now for the order. I was going to take orders through the 18th, but we have enough. We'll do more orders in the future if needed, and I'm sure there will be. But I'm going to place the order tomorrow morning, and very possibly I'll have the Peridot here in 2 days on Saturday. But you'll get a message letting you know it's here. A clarification. Most of you know about the golden tickets that we have in the club, which are given to members of the club who do good stuff. And we hand you a golden ticket. And then when we have one of these field trips that requires a contest, you can say, I got a golden ticket. You don't have to participate in the contest. You cash in your golden ticket and you're going. Now, somebody asked me the other day, can I give my golden ticket to somebody else? As far as I'm concerned, it's your money, it's your ticket. You can do what you wish with it. But if you're anybody who's going to use your golden ticket, you must notify the field trip leader, whoever he or she may be, during the contest period. You can't wait until the contest is over and I've already notified all the winners, and then you show up and I got a golden ticket. Well, save it for the next time. So, we're having a lot of fun. We were just out on a field trip yesterday. The weather was fabulous after the sun came up. But, having a good time. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dan.
Dan, how do I say this? I think you all know Dan's going to be moving on from the field trips. And he's been okay guy doing the field trips. And I think he's been outstanding. I mean, I just love reading his paragraphs after the field trips, and Dan researches these field trips like I don't think people realize how much research and time he puts into them. But that as a vice president, I'd like to thank you. And I got one other thing to say. On these speakers that we're going to start having next month, I got somebody that volunteered to good speakers for us. One guess who he is. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
I'd appreciate if you'd pass it on to other members that Dan's going to be getting the speakers, and Dan knows a lot of people out there. He's going to get a lot of good speakers. I think he's got a couple lined up already, but starting. So let people, and again, I do apologize for not having speakers. You just had to listen to us, and we can't be much fun sometimes. But thank you. And thank you, Dan. Where are we now? Budget, John.
All right, so currently in our checking accounts, we have $27,049.71. In the savings, $50,002.09 for a total of $77,051.79. For the month of January, we did about 16,000. About close to half of that was membership renewals. After that, it was vendors for our upcoming show, and then it was shop time, field trips, and silversmithing. That's twice what we did last year, just after we started opening back up. So hopefully we'll have a good year this year. But as I say every time I get up here, we do need volunteers for the show. Last year, the 2 shows brought in $15,000 after all was said and done. Before COVID, our best show years brought in close to $22,000 when all was said and done. So that helps us run things on a shoestring budget, which really helps, especially with inflation. Speaking of which, Opticon is about to go up to $25 a box. It costs us about $23.40-something cents after shipping and handling to get it out here. So everything we can do to keep the shows up and running helps us keep the prices on everything else down. Any questions? Okay.
We had to replace a blade a couple of days ago, a 24-inch blade. I think the blade was $750. I mean, the other one just plain wore out. But then, like John says, everything is just, it's getting ridiculous. I forgot security. Would you come up and say something about the show?
Hi, I'm Mike. I'm in charge of security. And hi, everybody. So what I want to talk about is a couple things. And one, you've been reading in the newsletters about wearing your name badges. So we'd like people to wear name badges for everything. Coming to the meetings, coming in the shop, field trips, and even at the shows. Even if you're not a volunteer at the shows, you're just walking around, it'd be nice to have your badge and talk to everybody else. Get to meet people and have a lot of fun. So for security, I'm looking for some people. You can see the sign-up list here, mostly for the evening shift. We're in the process now. I'm talking to Mesa PD and also the campus police. So they'll be around too. But basically, all we really do is walk around, make sure no one's really getting any, they're not taking anything. Basically helping out the vendors and making sure everything's running pretty smooth. So it's not very difficult. So one of the pluses, you get a free hat. So if you volunteer, and as Lynn has mentioned, you can volunteer either on the Genius website or on the sheets we have here. Tom Mortison's head of the show. What he does is he prepares the list. So I'm looking at some of these here. We're filling up pretty good. But if you've heard before, it's a lot of fun to volunteer, meet a lot of people. So come by, have a lot of fun, and you guys will get a free hat. Any questions? Oh, by the way, I'm sorry?
What time are we supposed to meet you? For when?
You don't need to meet me because I'll have it. If you guys have your emails, I'll send out an email what you need to do, or I'll have a box of the hats and a list of what you need to do when you show for your shift. So it's pretty easy. And by the way, you can't carry a gun. We don't issue guns. I'm gonna ask that question. Sorry. But it's really a lot of fun. You can meet a lot of people and walk around.
A fake one?
What's that?
No.
No, you can't. No, you can't have any guns at all. Sorry. You won't need one. We have great people. So, as you heard before, if you can volunteer, you'll have a lot of fun, meet a lot of people, and get a free hat. Thank you very much.
This is your gun, cell phone. If I'm correct, if you have problems, you just call 911, right? So this is your, but if you do, that's it. No, the volunteers are, I mean, if you volunteer, you can have a great time meeting different people. And then one thing, how can I say it nicely? If you volunteer for anything, have any problems with somebody getting grumpy or yelling at you, let us know, let the board know, okay, please? We're not gonna tolerate grumpy people anymore.
Jared?
Yes.
One other thing, if you're a volunteer, we have food and beverages for you. So we have refreshments and food, so pizzas, sandwiches, stuff like that we've had.
Did somebody say they were gonna bring a golf cart too, so the...
John's gonna bring a golf cart to drive around.
Okay.
Okay, food at the show and stuff, for our club, there will be coffee, and for the volunteers, and usually, I think donuts or something in the morning. We do have food trucks coming. There's a Green Chili Love is gonna be there on Saturday. I don't know who's gonna be there on Sunday, because he actually, the guy that works for Green Chili Love, him and his wife are going to find somebody for Sunday because they couldn't be there on Sunday. We also have they're looking for a coffee vendor. You know, this is for our vendors and stuff like that. And this vendor with the coffee and other drinks will probably also serve a breakfast food. And that would be, you know, that you can go up and purchase. But like I said, for our members, I think there's gonna be snacks and water for those who volunteer and stuff. Your badge is your free admission. So make sure you wear it.
Okay, there's something that all the voting members have to vote on here. That's required, club bylaws are listed below, and that these changes are voted by the voting members must be approved. And badges are required to be worn at all club events and activities. Any comment or questions about that? You know, like Larry, Mike just said it's required. But you know, what happens, Mitch doesn't have one on. But what happens, no, he wants to get all it. But what happens if you forget your badge? Don't lose any sleep over it, okay? If you go on a field trip with Dan and you get there and you realize you forgot your badge, again, don't lose any sleep over it. If you get your badge when you come here, we're not gonna send you back home to get it. So, another thing here, we ask you to sign in. If you forget to sign in, but if you forget to sign out, again, don't lose any sleep over it. I forget all the time. You know. But do the members agree on badges being worn at all events or club events? And again, don't lose. If somebody comes to the shop, all participations must be members in good standing. If you come here, you can't use any equipment or anything unless you're in good standings. I kind of disagree and agree. Sometimes you might bring your friend in to show them around or show something, or you might bring your husband or wife in to show them around. If your kid, your young daughter comes in or something, and she's only 15, 16, I don't see a problem with that. But if them people are not people in good standing, I guess it could be said. Any comments on that or questions on that? Or, I mean, I don't see a problem with some of that.
The liability waiver.
Oh, we talked about that, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Anybody that's not in a good standing in a club, we are gonna have them sign a liability waiver. Same with Dan's field trips. And he's got liability waivers to sign or something.
Jerry, that also would mean that they're welcome to come in and look around, but they can't operate any of the equipment, right?
Come in, look around. If your husband's doing something or wife is doing something, you can watch, but you can't. They still have to sign the liability waiver. It gives us a foot in the door anyway if something happens. And same with Dan. If something happens out there, it gives him a foot in the door to, So, but it's any comment? I forgot about the liability waiver. We're gonna have everybody sign it. That's not in good standing. Life members. At one time, it was said that you had to have 20 years in the club to be a life member. We had a discussion about that on Tuesday night on the board. We want to kind of change that. We want to have a life member, say somebody put in 10 years and worked their work is volunteered for everything for 10, 12 years, 15 years. Somebody mentions it to the board would talk about it, and have them a life member, yes or no, and as the board would vote on it. But what life members is, they're life members, don't pay dues, they don't pay anything. So it's no more 20 years of just having somebody hang around for 20 years. Most of us don't make it. But is there any agreement on that, or disagreement, or? So,
I vote favor.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A show of hands.
Okay. What?
Is there an age associated with that?
Who?
Age?
No.
Like you?
No. For security.
Or pay $50.
No, there isn't any age attached to it. If somebody's 35, 40, if we see that they're working almost every day or volunteering a lot, we're gonna talk about a life member. But again, any comments on that, or agree, disagree? Agree. But again, I think that's about it, unless anybody got comments or any questions on something, or something that we, I don't keep here. What?
Yeah, well, I don't feel this communication gap, because there were a couple of things that were spoken of that I wasn't aware of. One of them are the speakers, and I have no objection to that, but you mentioned it's on Thursdays. Is it the same Thursday as our meeting?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
But what we're gonna do is, cut back well, Vicki wants to talk, we're gonna give her that much time to talk. Yeah, we're gonna cut way back and let the speakers take over. And Dan kind of suggested that, and it's a good idea.
What kind of time frame are you giving them, Dan?
Yes, sir.
About 30 minutes.
Okay. What?
Thank you. Moral support. Russ alluded to the machine out there. I went over it with him this evening. That hydraulic saw is cutting really, really fast, especially when you get into something like awnings. What's happening is it's cutting through so fast, when it gets towards the end of the cut, it'll break off the slab and really destroys the purpose of having a slab. So he slowed it down and he's marked it on the gauge on there. I'm gonna be working as much as I can with the monitors to show what the perimeters are that we can use on there. He's also looking at possibly putting a bolt in there to keep it from being over speeded, I guess you could say, so that we can slow her down, we can have better cuts on it. It also is gonna save the blade on it too. So when you're looking at the gauge on that thing, they have black marks on that. Don't exceed that if you would please, when you're bringing it into the carriage into play. So, thank you.
One other thing, we are looking for monitors, and one good benefit about being a monitor is you get a key to come in. You can come in anytime you want. Come in at midnight, work as long as you want. Sundays, we keep the shop basically closed Sundays for the monitors or people that are, that help out a lot. So, and women can use monitors too.
Yeah.
She's a monitor. No, we enjoy women being monitors, and guys too, and again, women need to be away from your husbands and vice versa. But again, the best benefit is, we do pay the
Yearly dues.
your dues for the year. If you joined up being a monitor right now, we would pay you back your dues, the $48. Yeah, I forgot.
Isn't that for full-time residents though, but for seasonal residents, it's half of that?
Yes.
Is that
Yes.
correct? Okay.
Is there a requirement on an hour that you have to be there at?
But we ask a monitor 1 day a week, 4 hours a day. Usually it's a 4-hour shift. It's 8 to 12, 12 to 4. But sometimes people want to work at nights. Okay, that's okay. 4 to 7, 8 o'clock at night. We like to be open on Saturdays. Saturday is when we have the hard time for the monitors, find any monitors, because we like that time, because the people that still work, there's not a lot of people, most people are retired, but there's some people that work during the day, but that's when we find a hard time. Right now, we got one guy working 8 to 12, but he's a snowbird and he'll be going home and anyway, we'd appreciate it. Any questions, anything I forgot? No? Okay. No. Oh, wait a minute, stop, don't go. Raffle, 50-50, I think there's two,
You get some public tickets.
there's tickets for,
Renaissance.
Renaissance. There.
Two of those.
Anybody wants to buy a ticket? Anybody want to buy more tickets? What's this?
Just call them.
808.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it? Oh, get up here. This guy, he's been in the club for, I don't know how long.
100 years.
Same as Wally. Same as Wally.
18 years.
18 years?
What? Holy cow.
Okay. Do we have any new members here, brand new that?
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
Who got it? Are those, you call those or AJR?
Yeah.
619?
Yeah, 619.
Ken, what do you want?
No, I'm waiting, I'm logging him in.
We have 619. He's gonna pick all of these?
Yeah. Yeah, these are the prizes that are listed there, and this is $10 or $15. They're either 10 or $15.
Oh, later on, after the big show that's coming up, the board has talked about in late March probably, before all the snowbirds head back home, having some kind of a picnic out here or something for all the club
Yeah,
members.
these are all like free.
So just watch your emails and stuff.
Good, thank you.
Or, yeah, everything that's.
428.
Is on that green. Where's Ben? I didn't even sign it. Oh, one free hat. And what's your name? Joe, and your last name? Your last name?
428.
Okay. This is anything. All these are what's at free. So you got t-shirts, club membership, free golden tickets, or any of the jewelry items.
Again, if anybody has any idea, if anybody knows a good speaker that they want,
I
or
know.
that would be good for the club, don't be afraid to let us know.
What they call? 637?
You got $10 towards any.
810.
And what is your first name?
It could be shirt, hat, anything in here.
You know, I was saying here for.
Woohoo! You go, Ken.
$15 off of anything.
Are you back again?
I am. Well, I didn't
What?
leave.
Did you swallow a horseshoe today?
I didn't leave.
You stayed right there, guys.
There you go. That's the one you want back. They gave me
1 year free club membership.
I just want 8.
You got stop rights. What's your first name?
551, 551.
And your last name? Spell it.
551. There's Ben, who's the stay right there. She'll rotate right here. You got it.
Get behind that guy. He'll give me.
Yeah, we'll just rotate and just keep rotating.
Now what did you get?
10. You got a 10 right here?
I think she's got to fix something.
Have you got a 10?
Yep. So,
Well, how about,
he can.
How about 551?
Yep, she's next, 551.
Okay. These are like dollar about it.
yeah,
809, 809. Oh, come on. You want them all?
I got 551.
809.
809?
Well, I got it. It's okay, I got it.
You got 809? Oh my God. We only threw them all in a while.
636. 636.
all right, so you got that, you don't need to worry about it.
551.
Yeah. 551. I don't know. Oh, you got
Did she tell you what? What do you want him to pick out? What do you want him to pick out?
I guess, I don't know. Do we have any, are we done? Do we have any more numbers to call? 3 more numbers. 636, okay. Well, this is money, either $10 or $15 buck. Renaissance tickets.
Why? 806.
Okay, we're good.
And then
806.
those prizes, there's some that'll have your t-shirts, hats,
806. Nope, nope.
or any of the jewelry.
No one has. It's a liver.
Yeah, so you just have to pick,
I saw you had 809.
just, you gotta pick whichever one you want. That's what you get, whichever one's upside down.
It's right here.
He's got a printer over there.
The last one is 694. 694.
Yay.
Stand behind that guy right there.
Well, at least somebody else is in this up on my security. Oh, you don't need to, just meet for shift. About 15 minutes early for the shift is to sign up.
Again, people, please let it, you know, if you see people that aren't here, let them know that we are gonna start having speakers next month, okay?
Yes.
Thank you.
More money, he's going for the money. 15 off.
You got the last one, Jim? No more?
Right there, yeah.
Okay, now we gotta do the 50/50.
You saved it for There you go. Now if you win the 50/50, you got
That's 50/50.
to check them up here.
Yeah. And it's $30 here, I know, I have to work. I know, I saw that.
504.
Here, Wally. Here, Wally.
Thank you.
$30, Richard.
Again, are there any questions, comments, or? Oh. Okay, well, thank you. We do appreciate you coming.
Thank you, Jerry.
Next up here, people walk up.